All right. I just won this Dometic CFX5 45 electric cooler at a raffle, and I am excited. I already have an ARB. It's the 36 and it's the older classic style, so there definitely is a newer version. But we'll do a quick comparison. There doesn't seem to be much on the internet as far as actually comparing the electric usage and efficiency and all that. So let's get into it. Obviously this isn't a phenomenal comparison because these coolers are two different sizes. This is a 35 or 6, this is a 45, so I can't do direct cold comparison as far as how long they stay cold, how well insulated they are, all that stuff. So it's not going to be that kind of comparison, but the electricity usage should be the same as far as power draw. Now obviously the smaller one theoretically should take less time to reach its cold temp than the larger one, because obviously it's larger volume, but we'll see. We'll get into it all. I've got meters so I can read the amp draws. I've got this plugged into this device here, and I can basically clamp around these holes and get an immediate reading. So we'll be doing that and seeing how their efficiencies are. In general, I can tell you right now, I love this cooler. I've had it about 10 years, and in that 10 years, it's probably been running almost, I'd say about 90% of that time. All right, so they're both at the same temperature. They're both at room temperature. It's about 70, 68, 70, somewhere in there. So I just turned the ARB on. You can't even see that. And that is a half of an amp. Now if I clamp it on this one, it should be 10 times just to get a more accurate reading. So 4.5. But don't forget, that's 10 times. It's just more accurate. Wow. Dometic is more efficient. Very interesting. They're both about 69 degrees. I just plugged them in. It is 11:24. So, I think I said I wasn't going to do this, but we'll just test it out anyway to see. And I'll come back every 10 minutes or so. Obviously, I'm going to close them. But again, it's not a perfect test. Theoretically, the smaller cooler should get colder first, but we'll see. All right, while we wait for that, you can just check that. These are just things that I noticed right off the bat. But you can see here, this, it's a cam style lid, so it really does hold everything down. But what I don't like about it is when it sits like that, it sticks way out. You could kick it, you could break it, you can, it's just a lot more potential to break. It's got a small thin hinge there, and the fact that I haven't broken this in the last 10 years is amazing. Whereas you've got the lid style here, it's much more low profile, so it's flush with the top of the cooler, so it won't get hooked on anything. You gotta dig your fingers in there. As far as the gaskets go, you can see this is inboard and very small, and this is all the way on the external, and it's very thick. So that's nice. Both have very similar internals, same exact drain plug. As far as the back here, it's pretty much the same, although the Dometic one has these nice dust covers for the plugs, so that's kind of nice. Whereas the ARB, they're just exposed. Not a huge deal, but something to note. And then the handles definitely stick out on the Dometic and are prone to hitting things or whatever, although this tucks in. This feels very heavy duty, so I doubt you could actually break this. I mean, I'm sure you could, but this is slightly different where they recess it into here. All right, this is actually way easier to remove this lid. I think I'm becoming a Dometic guy after this. So you just keep opening it, it kind of cams itself and pops right off. And to get it back in, just try with one hand, and then you just kind of push it down. All right, so it's 11:47. So in 1 minute it will be 20 minutes. And again, I am very surprised at what's happening here. So this is at 49. And this one is at 30. And so that's what that's set at, is 30. So who knows, it could have gone lower, I guess. It's a lot faster than the ARB, and it's a lot larger. But clearly, the Dometic is winning. I'm very surprised. And I was trying to take the lid off the ARB and I couldn't do it. I felt like I was going to break it. I know it does come off, but I couldn't do it. Another cool thing the Dometic has is the USB on the front, so you can charge a phone or something. This is just loose. See how, look at that, it fell out already. And it's poorly designed. It's not wide enough to fit in there. There's this one. It doesn't actually show, but it has these sides that are flared. And then this part see right there, it's actually pressing those in, so this is tight. And the second basket like this, like Dometic does, the top portion, they just make this part taller and then it separates for the back half. So similar but different. I like this, and I like how they did that so you can actually grab the basket. It's pretty nice. I think they're very similar price points, similar features, similar designs. I think in general, the Dometic looks like it won in most categories in terms of more efficiency, cooling faster. Obviously, it's a larger cooler. I think the handles are more heavy duty. The lid comes off easier. The lid latch, I think, is a better design. You know, I think the baskets are better on the Dometic. In my head, I've always thought that the ARB was a much superior cooler. And I'm not sure why I thought that. I just thought Dometic was like an RV company that didn't make them heavy duty. They made them more for efficiency. But now that I'm messing around with these, I'm not so convinced. It's definitely a cleaner look, which really doesn't matter, but, and again, this is the old version of the ARB, so the new one's definitely cleaner, squarer, more, handles are different, so, you know, make your own decisions, but, yeah, ARB 35 Classic and the Dometic CFX5, I believe, CFX5 45, yep. Like, subscribe, check out my other videos. I just put airbags on my Tundra. You can check that out. We're getting ready for Baja. So I don't know if I'm gonna bring both of these, fridge and a freezer. That'd be pretty sweet, but that's a lot of battery power. So I don't know, we'll see. Catch you on the flip side. You know what to do, like, subscribe. Get out there and enjoy yourselves. And snap a beer while you're at it.